What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Real Deal Sports. Usual guys are here. Myself, Brother John, Brother Walt. Gentlemen, it's been an interesting last couple days in sports. You got the Celtics blowing big leads to Brooklyn and losing. And then they lost last night, right? Didn't they lose last night too at home?
Yeah.
So, it's interesting. You got Golden State. Don't seem like they can win on the road.
Hey man, Clippers or Memphis giving up a 24-2 run last night. Like against the Clippers. Like that's where listen, that team is good without John Morant. They're really good without John Morant.
Yeah,
The problem
yeah,
is
that wasn't that surprising.
the great players close games, and that's what this team struggled with last night was closing a game. Because that's where you could see the evidence of him being gone. But yeah, man, it was 24-2 run, not good.
You know what I noticed?
I wasn't impressed with that only because they were missing so many players. So I mean, they were missing Ja. I think Brandon Clark, Dylan because he's on a 1-game suspension, and and Steven Adams because he was hurt. So I mean,
it's still 24-2. That's bad.
What?
And it wasn't 12-2, 24-2.
But they were still missing 4 pieces though.
24-2.
Hey.
We'll keep saying 24-2.
Okay.
That's a lot of points. That's like a whole quarter of points. And
it would have been if it was against like the Warriors or something when they were fully throttled or having everybody healthy, then that's different. But I mean,
just don't say them numbers in Atlanta. You might get beat up.
Guy got it.
That's a sensitive subject. Chill out.
Wait. Hold on. Have you guys subscribed yet? I took a little page out of John's book. Hey, I see my boy wearing a shirt today too. He representing.
Oh yeah. Get your
yay. Okay.
Get your money. $100.
Yeah,
no, let me stop.
Two people subscribed to the show yesterday.
Oh yes, and hey, that's road to 100. That's what I'm talking about. Road to 100.
People tuned in to watch the live. So yeah, it's a pretty cool day for us too, man.
Good day. Let's get it. Let's get this first topic here.
All right. So I got a question for you guys.
Oh, starting it off.
Yeah. If you play a certain position, like quarterback, right? What drills should you not do if you're a quarterback at the combine? Because it got me thinking with how great Richardson, the quarterback for Florida, looked, with the shuttle and the vertical and the 40-yard dash and 3-cone, all that, broad jump. I was watching the show earlier, and they made a great point. They was like, when will you ever use any of those things that you did? Like, when are you ever really using a broad jump as a quarterback? When are you really, using a vertical?
What if you got to hurdle somebody? You feel me?
Yes, but that's more vertical.
I mean, that's facts.
Compared to, like leapfrog.
Yeah.
And it made sense,
what if you got to leave for the end zone though? That's part of that, right? No.
Yes and no.
I'm just kind of like, just thinking outside.
Like as a quarterback, are the only drills you should do are the throwing drills at the combine? Because I mean, let's be honest. Tom Brady, I'm sure he didn't succeed in none of those drills. But, you had enough intangibles to win 7 Super Bowls.
And that's why I say, I won't say necessarily cut everything out. I do see what you're saying, like, when a quarterback is going to
quarterback, though.
But, I feel like they're just trying to test, all his abilities, you know what I'm saying? Because it might be towards what if he's going into the, draft as a quarterback, but maybe he gets moved into like maybe a receiver or a running back or something. So they have to see, like, okay, what if the quarterback situation not working? Let's see if he can play a different position. So I think maybe that's why they have all those different type of skills and things at the NFL draft or scout. What you got to say?
Well, no, wasn't there an Ohio State quarterback years ago who went to Cleveland and had like 1,000-yard receiving season?
Oh, you talking about Terrell Pryor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's actually
No, but I'm saying like
that's
what's that
that's a
saying?
perfect example. I don't know what that is, but that's a perfect example because he was, a quarterback, and he got moved when he got to the NFL. He got moved to a receiver, if I'm not mistaken. So,
That's
But he didn't just move there. He had 1,000-yard season for Cleveland. Yeah, I was impressed.
and I think he also holds like the longest QB run for the
yeah,
Raiders.
yeah, for the Raiders,
Yeah.
yes, that's correct.
Because he
That's
played
correct.
quarterback for a couple games.
So that's my only thinking, and maybe that's why they do all the extra stuff because maybe it just what if that position don't work out for him? So maybe we just got to see if they work out somewhere else. So that's my only thought. What about you, John?
Yeah, that's like a 1% thing. So I agree. Like, yeah, I can see that. I guess I just want to know that my quarterback's like in shape. You know what I mean? Like, like, you know what I mean? Like, year 10, year 12, he can be out of shape. Like some people I'm not going to name, but like year 1, come on, man. Like, I want my quarterback be in shape. I don't want him come in because that's a bad sign when your quarterback comes in out of shape. That's laziness. That translates into other things, and so I think that's what a lot of these are like. Hey, is he working on different aspects of his game other than just throwing? Because you can be naturally talented at throwing. You can be naturally quick like Tyreek Hill, but
Yeah.
are you good at other things? Can you run a route? Can you whatever? And so I think that's why these things are important. Is just show that your guy's willing to work on stuff, even if it doesn't matter to his game. But yeah, I don't really know how those things actually translate into what they can do and can't.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just my question because I think really for the quarterbacks that the combine may be the only thing that they don't have to do everything. Like, receivers and running backs and tight ends. Yes, you should run the 40. Yes, you should vertical. See how high you can get up, for jump balls and things like that. Even with D lineman, let's see how fast you are. Look at Jadeveon Clowney. What do you run like a 440? And it translated to the game. Maybe not so much with his motor, but it translated. He was running down quarterbacks and things of that nature. So I did sit down and think. I'm like, well, what is the purpose of you doing the vertical? Like, yeah, you got a 40-inch vertical, but it's not going to be many times. But you got to use your 40-inch vertical to throw a
No,
pass.
no.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but do you think he? No, I don't think he got to jump that
Hey,
high.
you know where that comes into play is that like for running backs actually when they do the handoff, the running back on the goal line and runs up and then
Oh,
just
yeah,
dumps it over the. That's where
that's-
that 40-inch vertical comes into play.
That's
Throwing. That's that Derrick Henry play right there. It's like, oh, I'm running. Just kidding. Got him.
He got to throw his boy Derrick Henry in there sometimes.
Yeah. But I'm gonna ask you guys, who is someone that impressed you with the combine from the clips you saw?
I'm gonna be honest. Your boy been working so much. I've only been able to see few clips. So
Yeah.
the only person I'm be honest, the only person I watched was CJ Stroud, really. Because that was like I said, I've been just moving so much. And it ain't no disrespect. I'm not trying to disrespect none of y'all. I'm pretty sure all those athletes out there did their thing, but yeah, CJ, he looked pretty decent. I was pleased with, seeing his accuracy and things like that, his placement of the ball. But yeah, honestly, that's my only honest answer because that's the only person I've seen. So
Yeah. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I'm bad with names, but the kid you showed and then Gardner, I think his name was. CJ? No. Who did you just talk about?
CJ Stroud from the
No. Nico. Who are you talking about?
Richardson.
Richardson. Yeah, I watched his, and then I watched one. I only watched 3, and then I watched Rich Eisen run the 40, and I gotta say I was a little unimpressed. But for his age, I guess I was impressed. Who knows? But no, I only watched a few, so I can't really comment on that specifically. But yeah, I did watch that one, and then one other player, and I can't remember who.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I watched the D lineman day, and it is crazy how fast those guys are.
yeah, especially be that size, man. It was that one of his dudes' name was Griffin or something like that.
Yes, and they running like 4.4, 4.5, 4.6. You like You almost 300 pounds. Like, bro, you are moving.
But that means that's that mobility, and that's that these. It's just like these kids nowadays, man. It's like a different breed, man. This generation.
But I was telling somebody,
it's crazy. It's like he's feeding them something down there in the South, man. I don't know what the hell they feed.
Well, one of them kids went to Northwestern. Surprise. Well, he might be from the South, but
either way, if you're from the South, the North, the East, these new generation of kids, bro, like they just not the same type of athletes like how we was when we was growing up, bro. Like it's like it's just crazy how the game is changing, both NFL, NBA, and even baseball for real. Like just how these athletes are developing themselves, I should say, and their dedication to their training. So it's crazy, man.
Yeah, very true, very true. But yeah, that was just my 2 cents. Now let's start the show. All right. So,
wait. You guys subscribed yet? Yeah. All right, go ahead.
First topic: Derek Carr to the New Orleans Saints. He signed a 4-year, $150 million contract. I think $100 million guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
What's you guys take, man? Are the Saints, I ain't gonna say in a hot seat, but are they in a win now situation? Either one of you can.
No. Like they're not in any place to win right now, but they are in let's stay relevant mode. Let's stay where we can draw free agents mode. We're not in rebuild. We want to stay relevant and be able to draw guys in. You still need Michael Thomas to be healthy. Can he ever be what he used to be? I don't know, but I would love to see that. I mean, this was a 1,700-yard guy a couple of years ago. Yeah. Like one of the best route runners, one of the best slant runners we've ever seen. So, willing to cross the middle. But they're still, Alvin Kamara might be losing him. We'll see what happens with this. It's kind of convenient that, the NFL had these videos all year and kept quiet. And then now the season's over, they're like, okay, now let's deal with this. But that's the NFL's way of doing things. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're in win now mode. I think they're in stay relevant. And this division is winnable mode. Matter of fact, I think the biggest story here is that Carolina didn't go get this guy. Carolina was the clear-cut favorite to take this division because they have the running game. They have the defense. This team ran they had 2 150-yard rushers in one game alone last week. And now, I mean, whatever. They moved on from their coach. We'll see what the new one can do. I wasn't a big fan, but I do like the new coach too. But I thought that team was the clear-cut favorite if they got a quarterback. They didn't go get it. Instead, they allow another team in their division to go get the best quarterback on the market right now. Really disappointed there. So I think that's the biggest story is that Carolina let this slip because the division was theirs, man, if they go get Derek Carr. Now it's probably New Orleans. We'll see. But, I said that last year, though, and he couldn't get it done with Devontae Adams. So we'll see.
Yeah. Go ahead, Walt.
Yeah, those points that John definitely made are definitely some good ones, but I'm gonna have to disagree with him. I feel like I won't say they're a clear-cut favorite, but I do feel like in that division, with that division being so weak, I definitely feel like they can definitely easily win that division and possibly. I won't say he's a Super Bowl championship team right now, but I mean they can definitely make some noise because honestly, in my opinion, throughout Derek Carr's career, all he was missing was the defense for real. I mean, and he has it here with the Saints. So I feel like if the Saints were able to win the majority of those games that they won last year with Jameis Winston, and again, no disrespect to Winston, but I do feel like Derek Carr is a way better quarterback than Winston. I mean, just saying, that's my personal opinion, and I feel like the numbers speak for themselves as well. Now, granted, Derek Carr hasn't did much in the playoffs. I think he only has like one playoff win, but I honestly feel like this is probably the perfect setup for him right now. I mean, I agree that Michael Thomas does have to get healthy, but they still have Alvin Kamara. I think they still got Jarvis Landry over there. They still got what's that dude's name? Taquan Smith, I think maybe. I might have bombed his name, Yeah, Traquan Smith. So I mean, they got a nice little receiving core over there for him, and I know moving from Devontae Adams to this type of receiving core, you'd be like, oh man, Devontae Adams, that's one of the best receivers. But at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like that offensive line wasn't really giving him that much time to even get the ball to Devontae Adams or whatever, not setting up the right schemes to give him to deliver the ball to Adams. So maybe him getting to change the scenery again and having this new offensive power maybe and actually having a defense. I feel like Derek Carr, this is the perfect move. I mean, maybe going to the Jets too, because they say he met with the Jets as well, because the Jets have a way better defense than the Saints. But for a backup to go to, I mean, for Derek Carr to go into the Saints, I feel like it's a good move for him. Fresh start, in that division with it being so weak right now. This is the perfect time for him to go over there right now, for
real. Well, I gotta say one last thing. Have you subscribed yet? No, okay. No, I'm being serious. I do think I do think because you win the division, you're in the playoffs. So if you're in the playoffs, yes, you have a shot to win the title every time you're in the playoffs. But I don't think they're in win now mode unless we see some more big changes this year. I think they're in.
What kind of changes you want to see? They got the defense. What you want? More offensive?
You think this team currently constructed can win a Super Bowl?
So I didn't say no. If you heard me, I said they can't win the Super Bowl. I said they can win a division, but I'm just saying they don't necessarily have to win out a Super Bowl right now. Even if he could just get them to the playoffs, I feel like that's a big accomplishment for them from not
I think that's what they want to do. I think they want to let people know, look, we are in the playoffs. We're going to take this division for the next 4 years. Come join us and take us to that next level to win an NFC championship, win the Super Bowl. But I don't think it's this year. I don't think it's this year.
I agree. But it's definitely a great starting point.
Yeah, you want to be attractive to free agents.
Absolutely.
But they went and got the best quarterback on the market right now. I really feel like Carolina slipped in this.
So I wonder what that means for Wentz and Taysom Hill now. What they gonna do with them two quarterbacks now? So I mean,
Taysom's contract is huge, is for what, but I don't know, he's a great utility player. Winston's got to leave, man. Come on, man. He's got too much.
He lost his job because he was injured, though. I mean, I just feel
that's fair, but I'm just saying he's got too much talent to be a backup. He's got to move on.
Now that'd be some crazy. What if he went to the Panthers and he showed out in the Panthers? That'd be some craziness right there.
Yeah, I think the reason Derek Carr went to New Orleans though, because I think the Jets are, as much as they were saying they would like both, they were all in on Aaron Rodgers. He's the better of the two, and they're like, if we can get him, we're gonna get him. And I think Derek Carr knew that, and he well, I'm gonna go where they want me to be there, not where I would essentially be the second option. And New Orleans paid him handsomely. Now, can he perform? Hopefully, because like John said earlier, Michael Thomas, he's been dealing with a lot of injuries. Alvin Kamara has some off-field things he's dealing with. So if you can get both of them back with a Taysom Hill and a Chris Olave, after the rookie season he had, really they're primed to do some things. And even Jarvis Landry, I don't know if he's still going to be there next year, but they have a lot of good pieces offensively to be. I wouldn't see why they couldn't be a top 10, top 5 offense. So I mean, I think he was like, look, the Jets playing, they're waiting on Aaron. I ain't got time to wait. I'm gonna just go where I'm wanted. And he went to the best option. And then, like you guys were saying, you go into a division where you ain't got to play great. You just got to not turn the ball over as much as the other quarterback, honestly. And I think they'll be fine. I can see them in the wild card, which, I mean, everybody makes the wild card unless you're the number 1 seed. But I can see them maybe going to 11 and 6. 11 and 6, 12 and 5. I think the defense will show up. Cam Hayward and Tyrann Mathieu and all them guys over there. Hopefully they can stay healthy too. But I think a healthy Saints team is dangerous. They had Tom Brady on the ropes a couple years ago. It was just some costly things here and there, and tight end fumbles in the end zone and things like that. And then you go home. But I think there'll be a team you don't really want to play, especially if you got to go there with that atmosphere and you not being able to hear in that dome. It can create a problem. So, it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yes, sir.
Agree.
So,
On to the
next topic: JJ Redick goes too far with comments about Bob Cousy and Larry Bird. You know what? I think at a point you just gotta stop talking. And I think JJ Redick. I think he's one of them players that has to keep telling you I played in a league, so you will believe him. Like, one of them guys that be like, "Hey, I played in the league, so I would know." Like, bruh, we don't care. You was good. You was good, but you wasn't like great. And you coming after two great white basketball players at that. Bob Cousy and probably the greatest white player, Larry Bird. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You not like you ain't like honestly, you ain't even on Larry Bird level. Like, chill out, bro. You just got, it's one of them things like learn your place. Learn your place. You did good. ESPN got you as a commentator, but you gotta, sometimes you gotta reel it in. Don't stop drinking the Kool-Aid of the I played in the NBA, so I know what I'm talking about. Like, bro, stop. Get some help. And you like, come on, man. And it's bad when other people got to tell you, hey, you got to chill. Because you're going too far. You're going too far. Like, come on, man. Come on. What you got on it, John?
Yeah, I think if you're joking around, like call it, so he said Bob Cousy played against firefighters and plumbers.
Yeah, and I think that was disrespectful. Like, come on, dog.
If you're joking around, fine. You know what I mean? Like, comedy's comedy. And if that bothers you, then that's something you got to live with. But like, if you're being serious and you're trying to disrespect people who paved the way. These guys weren't making enough money in basketball, so they had to go take jobs in the offseason to take care of their families, but they paved the way for you to make $30 million. Role players. And I'm not taking a shot, but like Miles Turner just signed a $30 million contract, right? He's not Michael Jordan, right? But like these guys paved the way for that. And so, like, if you're being serious and you're just being disrespectful to win an argument, it's like, what's your point? Is winning this argument worth destroying, the legacy that came before you? And that's the question I guess you have to answer. Because if you're just joking around, it's fine. But like you ever listen to like Kevin Hart trash talk when he's on the sideline at games? Player will come up to him and be like, "Yo, get out of here." He'll be like, "You got a long neck." Just say like whatever comes to his mind. That's the kind of arguing that like JJ Redick's a great podcaster.
Yes.
Debater, like what I mean? Because you get your emotions into it and you start saying goofy stuff like this. And so that's where you can end up saying something disrespectful that actually ends up destroying your whole point that you might have been right from the beginning. Like you could be right and still lose debate. Right, and see it all the time. So, like, you gotta keep your emotions in check, not throw out slanders at people who paved the way for you to be where you are. The Larry Bird thing, I kind of agree with him on it. He was saying people were trying to talk about like Larry Bird played in a more physical era than we do today. I think the league is still physical. I don't think LeBron's soft. I don't think that Kevin Durant's skinny. He's not soft. Like, dude's a tough player. Like, He's soft skinned.
He is. I'm just Kevin Durant fragile as hell, bro. I don't understand how you been in the league this long. How have you been in the league this long and you still ain't gained an ounce of muscle yet, bro? Like, come on.
But I'm just saying, like, not his physicality of play.
But I'm just saying, like, he can make shots through contact. Like these guys aren't Like they act like those guys back then were playing football, and it's just crazy how far they go with it. And you know,
Kurt
and then
Rambis
people,
I must say they kind of were a little bit. I hate to say it.
and it wasn't no
stop
text. It was just a
Stop it.
foul.
Stop.
Like,
Stop. They weren't playing no football.
What?
No, Charles Barkley said he went and played football one day and quit because it was too much for him. He said he'd never do it
not
again.
Literally. Come on, man.
Yes,
but they were
said,
physical back then.
Yeah, a few teams were. The Pacers, the Pistons were quite physical. If you go watch the Cavs games, Larry Nance was not bullying people, grabbing around the throat and all that nonsense like the Pistons were. Every team was not doing it.
They were still physical, though. They might not have been that physical. They were still.
It was a few teams. It was a few teams. The rest of the league, go watch Jordan. He was taking open jump shots all the time. He wasn't getting mugged on every play. Like this crazy thing that every team was just mugging him. It was two teams, all right? The Pacers and the Pistons.
The Knicks was trying to take his heart out, low key though.
There were a few moments where the Knicks came for him, but like, come on, man. Like Draymond has tried to take out 14 different players. Zaza Pachulia did. You know, Livingston, Matt Barnes has tried to take people out. Steven Jackson, like the list goes on. Come on,
the list can go on from back in the day too. I mean, you got your Bill
Grayson Allen is constantly trying to end people's careers. Like I'm just saying, there's a difference between toughness and just dirty play.
Kurt Ramsey,
you know. But anyways, but I'm just saying, having an opinion about that stuff is not disrespect. So I will say, when he said Larry Bird is not top 5 3-point shooter all time, that's an opinion he's allowed to have. Now, the way he says it is like, what? Are you kidding me? That dude not even close. Like, all right, the way he says it is coming off disrespectful. It's not. He's not saying it like an opinion. He's acting like you're stupid for believing that Larry Bird could ever be top 5. But you know, I just think he's a bad debater. He's a great podcaster. I just think he's a bad debater, and that's why I think this is all getting lost in translation.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've heard about it. I didn't really, study upon his exact words of what he said about Larry Bird or Bob Cousy. But I mean, at the end of the day, John is right. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So if he feels like, hey, Larry Bird is, not a top 3 or not his top shooters or whatever, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna have their different opinions. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like, we go back and forth with the Jordan and LeBron thing. Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. Everybody's gonna have their different opinion. You feel me? Of these different generations of playing in, like we literally just had. Back in the day, they were a little bit more physical than they are today. You feel me? But at the end of the day, it's we just gotta adapt to the change. It's always gonna be some type of change, either in the NFL, NBA, whatever, because the game is gonna keep elevating. So, I mean, if that's what he feels, so be it. I mean, me personally, I definitely have Larry Bird in my top 3, top 2 for real. But I mean, that's his opinion. So, I mean, if that's what he thinks, that's what he thinks. That's just like Nico trying to tell me, hey, Jordan's better than LeBron. Of course, I'm gonna keep arguing that because I think LeBron is better than Jordan. So, my point is,
it's obvious.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So.
Right, so that's where I think the 3-point thing on Larry Bird, I think that was fair game. I thought the Cousy one was too far, like because again,
what exactly did he say about Cousy? I didn't hear about that one.
He just said that Cousy was playing against firefighters and plumbers.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, my whole point is, like, if that's a joke, then fine, whatever. But if you're seriously trying to slander someone, like, I'm sorry, like, yeah, Cousy is not good enough to play in today. However, he didn't have all the things the player. He didn't pick up a basketball till he was 13. Like, and he had to go work after school and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, these guys, like,
and that's even more kudos to him for even doing it.
These guys got charter flights. They don't play back-to-backs. These guys were playing 3 games in a row, 1, 2, 3. Like, it's just day after day after day. The better shoes. I mean, come on, man. The guys back then were playing. Everyone was, wearing them crappy shoes. Like,
Converse.
It's just.
It was Converse.
And they were playing 45 minutes a game too, so it was just, you cannot yes, Cousy as he was, if you dropped him in today, he would not be able to compete at a lot of college levels. But if he grew up with all the same advantages as these kids today, Cousy, I mean, dude was making passes that we haven't seen players in 20 years make. Other than, maybe Nash and Chris Paul and like 2 other guys, you know what I mean? Like
Jay Will.
Yeah, but like Cousy was doing that when the game first started. Like it's just crazy the things he was doing, And so to just say, if you're being disrespectful on purpose, then yeah, I don't like that. But have an opinion about Larry Bird, that's just an opinion.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, maybe he's just like Nico said, just trying to stay relevant, man. So,
Aren't we all?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Are you subscribed yet?
Hey, there you go. There you go.
Subscribe.
Now,
the moment we've all been waiting for.
Dun, dun, dun.
Trivia.
Stump us. Come on.
What you got?
All right, we're gonna try to see this one. This might not be hard, but who cares? We're gonna just throw it out there. All right. Oh yeah, this is
LeBron. Hard. Is it LeBron?
No. Who was the shortest player to win the slam dunk competition?
Spud Webb.
Oh yeah, that was extremely easy for you, my guy.
No, because I was just watching the Dominique Wilkins interview, and he talked about it. So,
all right. Okay, what about this one? Where was Michael Jordan born?
New York.
Damn, bro.
Okay. That's right. He was.
Okay. Where in New York?
Brooklyn. I don't know.
Yeah, you are fucking wow. It is Brooklyn. Wow.
Oh wow.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that for real.
That's crazy. That. Yeah, it's Brooklyn. It says Jordan was born in 1963. Oh yeah, 1963 is currently 57, and he attended high school and college in North Carolina. But just said he was born in Brooklyn, North Carolina. I mean, New York.
I got you.
Damn.
I didn't know he was born in Brooklyn.
I didn't either.
Shaq from like Newark.
Yeah,
and Kareem.
Let me see if I can look. Let me find one more. Hold on. Let me see. No, that's too easy. Who was named Nike Baller of the Year in 2005? Oh yeah, you ain't getting that.
Kobe.
Was it a point guard?
Shooting guard.
And it wasn't Kobe?
Stephon Marbury? No, he didn't have a Nike. He wasn't Nike. Signed Nike.
Steve Francis.
No. Steve Francis, baby. Yeah, Houston.
Were they signed? I'm assuming they're signed with Nike.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Because Nike not going to name someone they're not signed with.
Right.
He's an overseas player. I'll give you that final hint.
Oh, you talking about I don't know. Oh, he was Dwight?
No.
Not overseas.
Well, I mean, he is overseas now.
2005 though.
Talking about he was born in. Oh wait, I'm about to say I don't even think
he was born overseas. Oh, okay.
I don't know, Manu. I don't know who signed with Nike.
Tony Parker.
You say John?
Manu.
John said Manu. Yeah.
It is. It's Manu.
Oh,
he had Nike. Is he a Nike guy?
It said he was named Nike Baller of the Year in 2005, so he probably was signed to Nike in 2005.
I never seen a commercial with Manu.
Everybody's not gonna get a commercial.
I would think so. I mean,
I think I've seen a commercial. It was him and someone else, though. I think they. It's like sometimes you're not big enough to carry a commercial by itself, so they throw you in with someone else. Like here's Manu and David Robinson. No, okay, but no, I think John Morant. I was just reading something yesterday. John Morant is like the 23rd official shoe, like of Nike or something like that. Like the 23rd player to get an official shoe or something. Which I don't know if it's Jordan or with Nike, but it's pretty cool, man. No, I thought it would be way more. I didn't realize it was that low. I thought there would be like 100 or 150.
Well, Nike, they like. Hey.
Yeah, I didn't know there were that few.
I don't like it that much. Because you gotta think. I wonder. Because I can read off. You got Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
KD. You ain't gonna get all 23. Calm down.
KD, Kyrie. Hold on. KD, Kyrie, Jason Tatum,
Kobe,
Russ. I said Kobe already. You got Ray Allen. If we talking Jordan, is it just Jordan brand or?
Is it just? I don't know if it was Nike or Jordan. That's what I don't know.
Because you
Which
got
if it was Jordan,
Melo,
it'd be pretty
you got
cool that he's
Melo,
number
you got
23.
Chris Paul, you got Luka now, Giannis.
Yeah, I saw Luka's shoe.
I ain't never seen this shoe.
Mm.
It
I
ain't.
would.
It
I don't,
ain't
I don't
his
think I'd be wearing it for sure. I would not.
shoe.
I mean,
It
if I just wanted to hoop in it, maybe I just hey, I got some.
Paul George.
Yeah, if you giving them out, I'll take them, but
Yeah.
ain't no Kyrie.
Yeah, I'm
I
about to say
like that Nike. I like that Nike cut off Kyrie and then release like 3 more of his shoes afterwards.
Yeah, I'm about to say between Kyrie's and LeBron's, them the only things I hoop in. I don't hoop in nothing else.
I like the PGs from a couple years ago. They had
I
like a
heard-
3 to 4 year run where they had a pretty good shoe.
I heard the Kyries are the best.
Yeah, they comfortable as hell. Them
Right.
LeBron's,
That's what I've heard.
Anytime you go to the gym, you can bet like 30% to 50% of the dudes wearing Kyrie's in there.
yep.
I hear got good grip though, so I mean, hey.
Either Kyrie's or some J's for real, for sure. I can't hoop.
And honestly, I don't
Kobe's
see how
are
people
coming
hooping
back.
Jordans.
I think Kobe's are coming back, but they're a little expensive too, though.
Yeah, of course they're going to be.
Yeah,
I already figured that. But
like the Kyrie's are a really good price for like the quality and the style.
But
Anyway.
I think that is the show, ain't it? You feel me? We had a nice little Monday afternoon. Well, kind of late evening a little bit, but
Yeah, and we'd like to turn, for anyone watching, like we'd like to turn Monday's show into a back and forth, like where you guys comment a little more on Mondays and or we answer comments from the other shows or something. But yeah, long term, yeah, we'd like to become more like conversational with the people watching. So
yeah, we're gonna use Mondays just to get people more involved and get to know us here at Real Deal Sports a little bit more. That way y'all just don't hear us yapping about sports. Y'all can actually know, I won't say know everything about us, but just get a somewhat of a background of our sports history, stuff like that, or whatever, what I'm saying, our personal sports things or whatever. So again, we appreciate y'all watching. We got 2 new subscribers. Appreciate that. We got 91 on the road to 100. Views is going up. 92. Oh, my bad. So we had 92. Views is going up. So make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, and continue to keep watching Real Deal Sports, baby, as we grow. Throw up them reeks. We out of here.